So, good evening, everybody. It's evening here in London, and next to me, actually, it's mirror image. There you are. Is the absolutely beautiful Sarah, who's a gorgeous bride to be, living in New York. Is that right, Sarah?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, my favourite city in the world. I'm here in London, where it's evening, and it's 4:00 for Sarah. So we are coming to you live on the Smashing the Glass Facebook page. We wanted to come on because basically there's literally just a few hours left to join our members club, Smashing the Glass members club. Excuse me, there's a train rattling past. I don't know if anybody could hear it, but it's really quite loud. Can you hear now? Now you can hear it. There's a big steam train. We live right next to a train track. It's gone. So yeah, there's just a few hours left till we close the doors to our members club for Jewish and Jewish brides. I started the club back in January, just over a couple of months ago, because I wanted to be able to help my audience in a deeper way. I literally get emails every day about, can you help with this? Can you advise on that? Can you find me this vendor? And I thought we'd sort of bring it all together in a beautiful members club that we started in January. It's called the VIB club. VIB stands for Very Important Bride. And just before we close in the next few hours, I wanted to celebrate one of our lovely members, Sarah, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her wedding plans and a little bit about her experience so far of the club and what it's done for her. So lovely to have you with us, Sarah.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm really excited to share my experience. So hello everyone, my name is Sarah, and I got engaged back in August, and we'll be getting married in Israel, in Tel Aviv, on June 24th.
Not long to go.
Yeah, exactly. Not that long. And it's going to be a 3-day wedding. So there's a lot of organization that's required. And, when I started, so basically a little bit of my background. So I'm French. I live in New York, and my fiancé is Israeli. But I grew up in Spain. So
beautiful,
all countries and cultures that I love.
Yes.
But when it came down to where are you getting married, it was just really, I didn't know. I had so many options. And, I actually started looking on internet, like just options, because before you get engaged, you have no idea of like what wedding planning is, what it's going to look like, what budget it is, what time it requires. And that's how I found your website.
Smashing the Glass, yeah.
And honestly, for the moment I found it, the next few days, it was like my Bible. I was clicking on every single wedding, and I was looking for weddings in Spain, in France, and in Israel, just to like help me figure out where I would do mine.
Yes.
And I was looking at everything, and I was taking notes. And I remember I wrote you an email, and I was like, hi, I don't know you, but you're like saving my life right now.
Yeah, I remember that.
And ever since, like, Smashing the Glass has really been with me, and then came the VIB club. And when you opened the doors to VIB club, I said, okay, well, there's no reason why I wouldn't get into that club. It's, you've been so helpful.
Yeah. Well, I love the sound of all those cultures coming together. How are you able to bring everything together, and how did you decide to get married in Israel with all your options? Believe me, all my life I wanted to get married in Israel, but in the end we couldn't, because of my husband's 97-year-old grandma that couldn't travel, and we absolutely made the right decision to get married in London. But it's my dream. It's a dream.
Right. Well, it was the opposite for me. It was never my dream. I never had it in my plans. And then, like you say, you make plans and God laughs. Then, I met my fiancé, who was really great, and said, I don't want to have any part in the decision because I don't want you to resent me after. So you have to come up with, where you want to do it, and it really has to come from you. So it took me about a month. And, it was just really browsing, looking at all those weddings. What do I want? And I realized by growing up in Spain, the Jewish community is pretty small. And so really, I'd say 90% of my friends are not Jewish. And I thought, how fun would that be, for them to come to Israel and, first of all, discover a country they don't know, that they hear about all the time, but they absolutely don't know. And just have a good occasion to come and celebrate Israel. So I really chose Israel, mostly, obviously, for my fiancé and his family. He was super excited, but also for my guests so that they would discover something new. And that's given me more work because obviously I want to make it so perfect.
It's a whole 3-day event, isn't it?
Exactly. But I'm also really excited about it. And I have to say that in Israel, they have the wedding industry, pretty well prepared. So that's been great.
And also, I feel like with an Israeli wedding, there isn't millions of decisions. Things happen a bit faster there, and it's different. It's got its own challenges, but it's a great place, and I'm so excited for your guests to attend a wedding in Israel, which is just the best atmosphere. I've never been to an Israeli wedding without an electric atmosphere, and you've got the weather and a beautiful time of year, June. It's going to be fabulous. So did you actually look at the different weddings in the different countries and see what styles appeal to you?
I did. I took notes. I actually called a few venues because I've been to so many weddings, but I never focused on anything. Not on the place, not on the food, not on the decoration.
Yeah, you're there in the moment at that wedding.
Exactly. You before you get engaged, you're so ignorant about all those things. And so I started calling places and all of that. And then after we got engaged, about 3 weeks after, we had a wedding in Israel. So I called my mom, who lives in France. I said, how about you come with us and, we can tour around and see some venues. And then, it just became so easy. I found the venue that I wanted, and, just a few weeks after, I basically booked it, and ever since, before having a wedding planner, before anything, I found my venue, and then.
And the other beautiful thing about having a destination wedding is generally the people that make the effort to come is really the special people in your life, and you have this electric atmosphere of everyone there really, really wants to be at your wedding, and that's what we have a phrase it kind of cutouts the dead wood. The people that actually, it's not a very nice phrase, but it's actually the people that you kind of actually don't even really care that much about you getting married, but you feel like you have to invite them, and
right.
And it's really. It creates a very special vibe. All the people that really care about you guys are coming.
True.
So no, it's good. It's going to be incredible. So,
I can't wait.
Yeah, tell me about your experience of the VIB club and what's your favorite thing about the club and
sure.
I
mean, what's interesting now that I just said it out loud is that even though I have a wedding planner, it didn't stop me from continuing to be, on the club every single day, checking the posts, watching, those tutorials and videos, because first of all, it's my moment for myself where no one else knows what I'm doing, from my family, from my in-laws, from my friends, no one knows that I'm part of, the VIB club. Yeah. So it's kind of I can ask all the questions that I want that maybe I wouldn't feel so comfortable asking around. And then I get opinions from complete strangers, but it's really interesting.
What I'm realizing as well is for those that are members that have their wedding planners is it's nice to have sometimes some knowledge outside of your wedding planner's knowledge when you're discussing things with them, and you maybe want to bounce off a question in there that to equip you with knowledge before you actually talk to your vendors or talk to your planner, and like you said, there's no agenda in there.
Right.
There's no agenda. We just have your best interests, and just want to
there's no judgment, and I feel the other members, they're from, some had 50 people wedding, some had 500. There's really every kind, different cultures. So I feel like you can find yourself, or really, it's a good voice of reason that you find without being judged. And obviously you, who I, still come to whenever I have a question, who's you said, my virtual maid of honor.
I remember you emailed me a while back about a wedding program you'd seen in one of the weddings, and you wanted it. And that's something that I just want to be able to give that level of service. Like if you've seen something in a wedding that you like, and it's a wedding from a year ago or 2 years ago, like we tracked the wedding planner and we got you that copy of that program, and that's the kind of service that I want to be able to give on this level. And we have 30,000 people visiting Smashing Glass every single month, and you can imagine how many emails I get, and I cannot do that for every single person as much as I'd love to. So yeah, this is my opportunity to be able to help deeply like that where I can, and I love it, and it's very rewarding as well.
It's really like you had like read my mind right as I was about to, start thinking about the wedding program, which was important for me because again, since I have so many people that are foreign to Jewish religion, I didn't want them to sit, at the ceremony thinking, oh, why is she turning 7 times? What are those like weird things that the men are carrying around? So I thought it's really, and I've been to a lot of Christian weddings and there's always a wedding program. This is the prayer we're doing now, So I really wanted an explanation, and I swear the moment I started thinking about it, I see like masterclass on Wednesday, your Jewish program, your wedding program, which one to pick? I thought, that's perfect. It just came like right on time.
It's such a lovely touch, that wedding program, because again, it's a lot of the guests, like you say, there's always at Jewish weddings guests that haven't been to a Jewish wedding, and you want to make them feel just as included as everybody else. And
of course.
It's a chance to also, you can personalize it, put your story in, and I really wanted to highlight that because actually we have a blog post about it, and it's one of the most popular posts day in, day out, gets a lot of attention, and I thought, well, this is how I kind of gauge what subjects people want to hear more about, like which blog posts get the most hits. And so that's one, so I just kind of took it to a sort of masterclass level where we could talk about it and give personal ideas and show you different ideas. And the other thing in the club is still new, so I love listening to ideas, what everybody wants, and being able to help wherever we can.
Sure.
So I just ask you finally, what if, some people, they like the idea, but they're not sure about joining, or maybe something's stopping them. What would you say to someone who's on the fence about joining, who's like, shall I do it? Shall I not? What would you say? And also, did you get your couch?
Yes, I did. It's amazing, cool. And I love it, and it's funny and witty. What's written, smashed it. I mean, first of all, and second of all, what I would say to people is, I don't know, if you can get an all you can eat, just do it.
That is it. So it's.
I mean, that's the way I think, and I've clearly used, your time and the members' time, but I also give back. I mean, I give my opinion. I answer girls that I've never met and I'll probably never meet, but it's just, we're kind of like all in the same boat right now. And there's this great sense and feeling of community where, we're all freaking out. We don't know what's happening. And then the day after we get married, we kind of, we'll fall off that boat. But right now we're all in there together. And I think it's important to help each other. And it's just really helpful for us. And to have you kind of like, so nice and responding and helping us out. And again, having someone like that doesn't judge you, that gives a very, very objective type of opinion, I think is very helpful.
Yeah, well, thank you. I cannot tell you how this has just warmed my heart hearing all these. We've had a few different members talking this week, each one with a different story and different perspective. And it is just why I do what I do. I just want to help everyone, and these magical moments in our lives. And you know what? It's amazing that how much kind of stuff there is to know about the traditions and find out, or is this the right way, or should I? And also vendors as well, finding vendors if they're struggling to find a certain vendor. So there's so many different strands in very limited time, sometimes around work or around family. So
yeah, I found my ketubah vendor on your website, and then like my they call it the designer, the florist, basically. Also thanks to you, thanks to the website. So everything, the band also. I mean, everything. It's just all there. You have like all the time. I send like random wedding pictures to my fiance, and I'm like, oh, look at these people. Like, it looks amazing. And he doesn't understand why he gets like random stories of people he doesn't know. But
no, it's really special.
It's just really cool. Yeah.
So I haven't mentioned, I'm so busy talking to you. So the membership, it's a one-time fee. It's not a monthly fee. It's a one-time fee that you pay up front of, if you're in the US, it's $97. And if you're in the UK, it's £69. And you get access to, well, basically it's 24/7 direct access to me with whatever you need. And if I can't help, I know someone that does. So it's my team, my network, my expert network. And there's a lot of stuff in the club that is, we've hopefully tried to think about everything. So we have Ask the Rabbi sessions, where if you've got a particular problem to do with your ceremony, or you're not sure if you're having a Jewish wedding, how to go about things, or even if for Orthodox you have questions. So I won't go through all the little elements, but if you go to smashtheglass.com/VIB, you can read all about what's on offer. But yeah, it's great. There's a great community culture, and I, for one, am just obsessed with the club. I love it, and so pleased that we've created a space like this, a safe space, without in-laws in there as well.
I can really tell that you love what you do, and
yes,
it's amazing.
I do. Well, you stay on the line. I'm going to close up the fit. Oh, hi, Anastasia. Anastasia just joined, another member. Hi, lovely Anastasia. I'm going to keep it short because I've done so many Facebook Lives this week. People are kind of, I don't want to go on and on. So I just wanted to come on with another lovely member to say that this is really the time to make a decision. We've had some lovely people sign up, but we want you to sign up too. If you're considering it, just come join. We'd love to welcome you, and I'd love to help you ensure you have a stress-free wedding planning experience as possible. So yeah, to find out more or to join, the link I think is above or below anyway, or you can just go to smashtheglass.com/VIB. So stay on the line, Sarah, don't close your Skype a minute. I'm going to close the Facebook Live, but stay on the line, you're going to have a word. So yeah, last few hours to join before we close the doors. We are keeping it nice and busy. I want to give a bespoke service, so we've decided to close the doors for a period. We're going to reopen again in September, but please do sign up and join us now. We want to help. So I'm going to leave it there, and thank you, Sarah, and goodbye, everyone, and see you inside the club.
Good night.
Good night. Keep your Skype open, Sarah.